I think the most important part is, especially looking at my field of experience and responsibility within Qoros Automotive, new car brand based in China, is that connectivity is at the heart of everything that we are doing at the moment. Obviously, if you look at the value chain, without a telecommunication and IT partner, we cannot build a consumer-centric cloud solution and experience to our customers. So without these suppliers, there is no cloud-connected car at all. So it's imperative and instrumental to work with these partners, and that's not a punishment. So I think the most important trend is that the automotive industry is part of a connected consumer screen experience where they're not exactly ahead. So especially in China, where we have our first market, but also in Europe and other continents where we're going to expand, it is a matter of fact that all our consumers and all our target consumers, 95 to 98% of them, are owning a smartphone and are constantly online. So when you jump into the car, this has to be exactly the same. So the car has to become one of the screens that you are connected with to connect yourself to your car and to your digital world. I think when the automotive industry catches up to be one of those screens, which is seamlessly then connected with the rest of your life, that's a challenge on itself at this moment. And moving forward, I think the other screens will move at consumer electronic speeds, where automotive might move on a different cycle. To bridge the two product life cycles is one of the key challenges that we're currently working on solving that by taking a cloud-centric and consumer-centric approach. Well, for ourselves, we have developed a great car which is fully cloud connected. And now we have to convince both partners and industries that you're not going back in time when you get into the car. It's actually quite an interesting experience to understand how a Qoros cloud system allows you to book appointments straight from your car or plan a route from your smartphone. Getting into your car, don't have to retype this again, get the right warning at the right time to start walking to your car and knowing where to park. So I think we have all the right ingredients to enlighten our customer, but we also have to get this message across that it's there and out there, and that we have a good car, a Euro NCAP 5-star car built in China for the first time. So getting the message across is one of our challenges. So one of the first mover advantages starting in China as the biggest market and most important market at this stage for Qoros is that it's one country. So China has its own challenges, but on the other hand it's just one country, where of course Europe is a patch of countries. I come from the Netherlands, so I know what it means to be traveling for less than an hour and just jump into the next country again. So roaming is one of the issues that currently is being solved by positive regulation, I assume. I think if you look at particular content in the connected car industry, connected cloud experience, this is one of the areas where there should be a unified experience for a consumer that travels from A to B. Give another example. In London, I believe there are 40 brokers of parking spaces. So if you want to get into your car with automated parking services with your connected car, I think the broker and aggregator function only in London, let alone throughout Europe, is going to be pivotal for fast innovation for the car industry. So if I knew, I think I'll be on the Bahamas by now. That would be great, but we can only guess at the moment. There are certain elements that we can predict looking back in the future. What we know for sure is that we don't know. Some elements that I see forthcoming is very soon the car sharing is going to be very normal. So that's not 30 years away, that's going to be very soon. So it's going to be an optimized pool of various elements of transportation where the car plays one of the roles. If the system are as fluid in terms of predicting the travel time, the car can be one of the components that tell you how to get fastest from A to B. Where car ownership might lose its status over time, which is further away in China than in Europe. It's going to be more of a utility model. It doesn't matter which water comes from which tap in terms of water consumption. But from a car, there's still a certain feeling of status involved. There's always going to be a niche group, but I think in general, the car will be just one of the elements, just like we have bicycles in the Netherlands, which is much more popular. It's going to be a blended pool of getting fastest from A to B, and that also means that the various cloud systems have to talk to each other in a Uber cloud, and not just Qoros cloud, talking to other systems and being competitor or partner, but it will be one blended, stitched cloud together, depending on the use case and the need of the consumer.